On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are here at my house, and by the end of the day, almost every car is going to be gone. We are getting rid of cars so fast, it doesn't even make sense. Speaking of, let's put the last of the parts in this thing. That's a good spot for those washer bottle parts. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, all of the cars around here are disappearing as quickly as we can get them gone. And it's because a lot of them have just been around for way too long. Now, a few of them people might not be thrilled about, but the biggest one is this one, of course, my 60 Chevy Viking 60 dump truck. But basically the deal is the engine for this thing is kind of impossible to get. First of all, nobody knows what it is, right? You're not sure if it's 232, 290, which series the engine's in. And then if you do find one, like everybody kept saying Silas has one, they want $1,000 for it. And there's literally no world where I'm putting $1,000 in a $1,000 truck I don't actually want. So unfortunately, I lost $500 on this dump truck. An insane loss that we have basically never taken on any other car, you know, except for my Audi R8. You guys know the rules on this channel. We fix cars, but whatever we do, we don't lose money on them. And this one is heartbreaking because basically, everybody wanted to part it out if they were coming, but I finally found a guy that wanted the whole truck, and he said 500. And you know, I probably told 70 people no at like 800, but at this point, it's been in my driveway too long, and it makes everything a pain to get around. And I'm sure the neighbors are tired of looking at it too, so it's out of here. And honestly, even the people that wanted to part it out were saying that they couldn't part it out because there's rust around the roof of the cab, which means the entire vehicle's trash. That's what they kept saying, right? But you know, it does kind of make sense. There's a little bit of bubbling up in the little eyebrow that sticks out over the windshield, and usually if there's water in there, they just ride off the whole truck. They were like, yeah, this isn't fit to be used for anything. And I was like, all right, fine. So I finally gave in and got half my money back, and it's very sad. Now, this Mini Cooper should be gone very soon. I think we've got a deal made for that to have it out of here on Monday. The black Mini Cooper isn't sitting around here because it just sold. And if we come back here to the storage zone, you can see the trusty forklift is back here as always, and the scrap trailer with tons and tons of stuff that was in the shop earlier, like the front end of that Mini, that transmission that was shot, all the leftover CVs. We filled the trailer up today, and of course the Land Rover that everybody wants to see brought back onto the channel. I get it. We're working on some kind of plan for this. I did talk to the company. There's one company that's working on a kit to LS swap it. Their kit includes mounts and all of the wiring to make it work with the factory switches and everything like that. And it's not out yet, so if we're gonna LS swap it, it's gonna be a little bit longer. And if not, it's gonna be a very expensive fix. So it hasn't gone anywhere. The $1,000 Land Rover is hanging out right there. And actually looking really good too. Eric has decided that both C5s are headed in the shop, and the red one is going to get parted out right now and become all of the parts for this one. So this one had a bad transmission, and we had started selling the body off of it. We're gonna bring this one inside, have the front end painted real quick because the other front end wasn't really that nice on the white one. And we're gonna put these wheels on the white one, put the front end on the white one, and put the trans in it, and we'll have a nice C5 ready to sell. If you guys want to know why we're doing that when we have this perfectly running and driving red one where the owner basically just sanded on it and all it needs is paint, it's because the owner also destroyed the car for us. The title was in a guy's name. We picked it up from some place in Tulsa in the middle of the night, and it was like a kid selling it to us. His mom came out, made the whole deal sketchy. You know, they didn't really speak English, and they were like screaming back and forth. And I guess she started trying to say our money was fake, which is literally insane. And this whole fight was going down, and we were like, just sign the title right here and you know, write your name, you fill this thing out, and we'll be good to go. The kid didn't tell us it wasn't his car and signed his name on the title. This car is trash. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but now this car just has to be scrapped. So this C5 will go get crushed because there's no fixing those titles. we have his number, but you know, like, he doesn't speak English and it's gonna become a whole thing. They're gonna say we're scamming them. It will literally be the end of the world for us to get that title fixed. And so that is why we have to build another Corvette. We don't want to, but I promise you guys, there's nothing we can do about this, and titles are literally becoming impossible. I'll probably make a video about that soon. The government is trying to make it impossible to sell your car private party. It's gonna be dealership only as time goes on. I forgot to mention, while we were outside, we sold the Tourareg this morning too, and that's already gone. Here's the video of them repoing that right now. I know it looks like a repo because they used a pop-up wrecker. So it's kind of funny. I thought about titling the video, all my cars got repoed, because 3 in one day is pretty impressive. But Touareg's out of here. We just broke even on that, got our money back, which is cool. We didn't do anything to it at all. And that's actually, I guess technically we did lose money because inflation, we had it for 2 years. It probably lost $20. But that's gone, and we should have some video of him getting the dump truck out of here in just a minute. And we'll be on to bigger, better, and greener pastures. But first, we have a shop to clean up. This is a disaster. There's literally just parts everywhere. We've been trying to wash all the dirt off the floor, so we've been cleaning all day, but there's tools just covering the whole floor in the shop. So since I'm out here, I'm gonna get to cleaning, and then we'll pick it back up when this shop looks like something in about 2 hours. And I have to do the post Mini Cooper cleanup. There's a lot to do on that side as well. Guys, we did it. The dump truck is gone. I couldn't be happier. It's now possible to back in and out of my driveway without making 3-point turns. So it's a massive quality of life improvement over here. If I would have hit that dump truck with any of my cars, it would have been devastating. That what's literally scrap iron would have totaled any new car, and it would have been a really bad day. So now it's out of here, and we're gonna go try to sell a 4th car. I know it's not the same day, but it should be out of here in a few minutes. And of course, the 4th car here is the JCW Mini. Now, the people that wanna buy it were worried about the windshield. So we made a quick O'Reilly's run here, and I'm gonna clean the windshield up with some glass cleaner, and then we're gonna take our Rain-X windshield repair kit and try to fill that. Now, I think it's fillable because there's a nice big hole right there, and luckily when there's a hole that you can really see, that's kind of what makes it a win. The question is though, it's a big old chip. Either way, we're gonna try to shove as much resin as we can in there and then get this outside so they can pick it up here in about an hour. So with that said, let's get to cleaning and let's get to filling. And just like that, the windshield is fixed. I know it has to sit out in the sun and UV cure for about 30 minutes. It's not perfect, but it's as good as we could get it. A lot of resin went in this crack, more than we've ever done before, honestly. So you can see that there's still like remnants of it, but this will stabilize it and keep it from cracking out on him ever. Like 10 drops went in there, which is pretty wild. So hopefully that's good. Here in about 30 minutes, we can pull the tape and razor it off. Cleaned up the rest of the windshield for him. Let's see, for some reason this seal's popped out. Well, I don't know how that gets pushed back in. Kind kind of interesting. It probably goes in with the windshield. So that is it for today, guys. In the next few videos, we'll be finishing up many other projects around the house, and then we'll be doing the Corvette swap-a-roo here so we can send this chassis off to get crushed. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and link the WatchJRMow channel below. You guys have begged for it for a million years, and we do so much mowing on this channel. People really want to see it or hate it, so it's getting its own channel, and it will be exactly what you want to watch. So Eric's Mowers over here, and we found a family that needs their yard mowed today, and we went on an adventure to the steel store. Okay, the two new ones are mine, clearly. The rest is all Eric's. But we're gonna get to mowing. And if you like that long form, like 1 hour mowing content, go check it out because the rest of the world loves it. I said I should start the channel like 2 videos ago. We did it, so we're gonna go do it.